Welcome to class. We'll begin in a child's pose today, and we're focusing on our moon practice. So we'll do moon salutation and should be a great flow. So let's begin in child's. Now, if you are uncomfortable with child's because of knee issues, there is an alternative. You can place the props aside and just lie down and hug the knees, or bring the knees together and the feet wide apart, hand on heart, and another on the belly. So you can still have that contact with the front body, but you don't have to strain the knees. But if you want to come into that child's, you can take the knees close together or wide apart at the bottom of your mat, big toes together, and bring the hips back to the heels. And we'll take our arms out long with the forehead on the mat. If you choose to have the knees together, you can bring the forehead to the mat and then have the arms next to the body. So you've got two choices here in child's. The child's with the arms next to the body is just a little more inward pose, a little like the turtle in the shell. And then the lengthening out of the arms next to the ears is a more reaching out, receiving energy. So we're just starting here, finding your place on the mat here. Again, on the back, if this doesn't feel comfortable for the knees. Let's come into focus, into our entry to practice. Close the eyes. If you can cut out those visuals, it will be shedding a light on the internal parts of our existence here. Inhale and exhale. So I had a subject line this week in my email called Yoga Brightens Us. I'm also focusing on the moon practice today because sometimes we just need a softer light. Inhale and exhale, noticing your breath. As we notice our breath, again, shedding that soft light on the breath, just noticing gently what is happening in your breath as you close the eyes and allow the third eye to rest on the mat, that still point for our visualizations, our focal point, meditation point of that third eye between the eyebrows. Feel free to rock the head side to side. If that helps you, massage that area. See if you can feel that breath traveling into the back of your body, all the way down to the bottom of the spine. So we're curling in this crescent shape like a moon. The moon is a reflective light. So let's see if we can just bring that into our consciousness today. Paying attention to perhaps a state of being or something in the body that needs a softer light shed on it, something to gently encourage change. Inhale and exhale. Really fill the belly with air. Generally, the left side of the body is associated with the moon, kind of that quieter, darker side, or sometimes overlooked. So as you breathe today, just see if you can bring that mind's eye awareness into the left nostril as you inhale and exhale. Imagine the breath coming in of that left side of the body. Or if you are left-handed, like some people in this room that I happen to know, you can also take the right side. If that's your less dominant side, you can focus on the right side as well. But try to visualize focusing on the side that's less dominant. And notice the breath not only in through that nostril, but into the side of the body. So feel it filling that side of the lungs, that side of the ribs, belly, and exhale. Now begin to rock the head side to side. And as the head rocks side to side, since that's the top of our spine, let's rock the spine as well. So we can bring some nice oxygen into that spinal connections there. See the shape of the spine in your mind's eye. Inhale into the back body and exhale. And then we'll take the hands. This time, all of us take the arms next to the ears, reach out with your fingertips, take the fingertips to the mat and see if you can spider up those hands. And then just feel that extra reach when you claw the mat with your fingertips. Maybe you'll feel a little extra lengthening in the spine as we inhale, that extra supportive mechanism of inhale to keep our spines long. And then the exhale, we find the base and the earth beneath us. That earth base energy connecting with our light of the moon. And then we'll take the palms to the mat. And then take the palms together in prayer. So we're reversing our prayer here. As instead of sitting up with the prayer, we're having our child's the prayer. Press the palms together. And then if you can bend the elbows and lift that prayer position up towards the sky and just feel what that does to the shoulder area. If you have major rotation issues in your shoulder, just don't go up very far. Just come up and down with the hands. Inhale as you reach up, exhale as you come down towards the mat. Each inhale, maybe the fingertips go up towards the sky a little bit more, maybe and back towards the skull. Gently rotating through those arm joints and through our shoulder joints. Pressing gently through the elbows into the mat, just noticing we're waking up some of those channels right now. Great. Exhale, bring the palms down to the mat. And then using that strong base of your palms, tuck the tailbone in, lift up into cat pose. Oh, and then already we're up on our tabletop, but we're in the cat, tucking the head down and looking at our knees, feeling that arching of the spine. Again, making our lovely crescent pose. Inhale into the back fully. Nice. Exhale into cow. So we lift the tailbone up and undulate through the spine and feel that last undulation as you look up ahead of you. And then again, inhaling into cat. Exhaling into cow. And one more time. Really focusing on the non-dominant side of the body as you focus on your breath as well. And then back to a neutral spine. We'll take the hands forward into a knee plank. And just notice as we squeeze those armpits down towards the ribs, as if you're squeezing down on your favorite magazine and rolled under your arm. You can feel the shoulder engagement and the glutes as well as you point the tailbone towards the heels. A few little hints here to keep ourselves nice and strong through the core. And then back, we'll go through our cat and bring the cat down to child's briefly, and then flow back up. Inhale, back into our plank. Nice and long through the crown of the head, and then curl it back. So we're undulating a little bigger. And then back again, following that course of breath. Hold here in our knee plank. Feel free to come up to a full plank if you want that part of your practice. That's fine too. As we really steady through our hands and into those shoulders, we're going to do lizard push-ups. So our little baby lizards in the desert, you see them sometimes doing little push-ups. We're just going to bend the elbows a few inches, feel the heart melting towards the floor and then back up again. Just a few of these, keeping that really supported core as you do this, and your shoulders. Getting our triceps stronger. Follow your breath. Feel free to have fists on the mat if that's better for your wrists. Now curl through cat, really flow it back. Touch down. And then inhale through cat. As we come into cat, we're going to take that right knee forward and support the right foot as you bring it in between the hands, in between the hands in the front of the body. So we've got an anchor of our right foot in front of us. And in the back, we've got the top of the left foot. Really anchor through that back of the top of the back foot. Take the fingertips in the mat, claw back towards the back of the mat, and then peel yourself up and take the hands to the front thigh. And let's come to vertical. So we're in our crescent lunge. Anchor through that top of the back foot. Feel the energy travel up the left side of the body and drop the hips evenly. Inhale the arms above the head and to prayer. Roll the shoulders away from the ears as we just reach through our crown of the head, freeing up the neck. And then maybe look up at your hands. Dropping the hips and swing the arms out in full wingspan, and we'll come around that front leg and just draw the right foot back and the right knee back. Touch back into child's pose briefly. Undulate forward again into cat. And then bring that left knee forward. Help that left foot in between the hands. Find your anchor points front and back. Inhale, hands to thigh, peel yourself up. Drop the hips and see if you can square them off. As you draw your anchor points together, you'll feel that energy inward into our center. Inhale the arms up, prayer. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, soften the face, and then look up at the hands. Point up at our moon, whatever phase that moon is in, right? And then sweep out into wingspan around the front foot. Excellent. And then come on back. And we're going to take our all fours and we're going to walk it to the other side. The moon has all those different sides and dark side and light side. So let's change directions. And as we come back into a brief child's pose, we're going to flow up into cat again. And this time, as we come into our knee plank, we're going to change this into a high cobra. Make sure that your index finger is pointing up towards the top of the mat. So we want to set ourselves up for good alignment. So we're coming into that knee plank where you're nice and long. Now you're going to start to drop the pelvis. Again, if this hurts your lower back, stay in plank or come down to a baby cobra. Keep those shoulders engaged as you drop the hips slightly towards the mat, pubic bone towards the mat. You want to not arch so much through the low back as through the upper back. So your heart is shining forward and you feel that energy of light shining out, rolling the shoulders back. Now come back into child's briefly. Touch down, inhale through cat. We'll try that again. So up towards the knee plank, right? And then curl the shoulders away from the ears and then peel up that light of the heart forward. Pointing the tailbone back and dropping the pelvis slightly, but not too much, right? We don't want to drop too low into the lower back. We just want to support our shining forward. Great. And then come back to child's or onto your back. And then just slide the hip side to side so we can get into that hip opening as well. Nice. Come up into all fours. We'll do a little core work here. So make sure your knees are hip width apart and your hands are hip width apart. We're going to inhale the left knee towards the right hand. And then we're going to take the left foot, draw an arc around the right knee. So it's coming around the right knee. If you have any confusion, you can watch me up here. And then you're just placing that knee, that shin on the mat just for a moment. And then bringing that knee back around, draw the line back to all fours. So let's try it on the right. So we have it, the right idea here. Inhale the right knee towards the left elbow. Draw a line with your right foot around the left knee. And then come back again. So we're getting some flexibility in the hip. Inhale the left knee towards the right elbow. And then come around. Using the core, keeping the hips as steady as possible as you move this nice little shape in our tabletop. It can be challenging, so no forcing, just kind of explore what it's like to try to bring that very steady shape. You've got your, on the right side, the right knee comes towards the left elbow and just gently draw that line with the right foot and come around the left knee and then back again. Good job. Inhale into cat, exhale into cow. Come back into neutral. And in this direction, we'll do our crescent as well. So we're going to inhale the right knee forward, help the right foot down in between the two hands. Tent up those fingertips, claw back towards the back of the mat and come up into crescent on this side. Anchor through the back foot, inhale, the arms up, prayer position, look up. Big inhale, exhale, find your foundation, sweep the arms out into wingspan around the front foot and draw it back. Inhale the left knee forward and the left foot in between the two hands. Find your base, establish that. Draw the fingertips towards the back of the mat. Inhale into crescent. Dropping those hips. Inhale the arms up above the head. Salute the moon. Look up towards the hands. And then sweep out. And hands around the front foot, really lengthen out. Draw the left knee back, and then we get to sit down on our blanket. So grab the blanket roll. That was our first moon salute. And now we'll come to seated, getting more fluidity in the neck. So take whatever seat you feel comfortable with. You can feel free to close the eyes. What does the body want right now? And shed that soft light. See if you want to kneel, if you want to sit on the chair right now, whatever you need to do for your practice. But let's make sure that the sits bones are anchored. Just rub the hands together, warming those hands, take them to the lower back. Feel the beautiful arch of your spine in that low back. If it's tilting forward in that pelvis, you want to make sure you rise up taller on the edge of the blanket or a block. Inhale, feel how tall you've gotten. Exhale, take those hands to the thighs and just anchor down, noticing the non-dominant side of the body, inhaling into that nostril, exhaling. Beautiful. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. Reach on the right, lengthen the right side. Reach on the left. Every time we do this, again, repeat. Inhale up, get a little more capacity in our lungs and on the sides of the body. Very cool thing here. Let's take the fingertips, let's take the fingers together and clasp the hands and then take the palms up towards the sky and feel that reach of the palms up. As you bring the shoulders up towards the ears, inhale. Exhale, draw them away from the ears. That's simple. Just take the shoulder blades down the back and feel the shape we've got here. And then just tilt side to side, really bringing that side bend a little deeper. Anchoring through our sits bones. And then up tall, bend the elbows, bring those palms and the fingertips to the base of the skull. And that occipital ridge, lots of energy centers there. communicating to our entire nervous system. Now, give a gentle lift, just a few millimeters up. You can give a little bit of traction to yourself. As you gently support that lift, let's turn the head side to side, using a steering motion with your hands and the elbows out to do that. Following a nice deep breath. Which side is that softer side? Which side is the one that needs a little more attention? And then let's guide our head up to look up. And then gently support the head as you tilt it down towards the heart, chin tucked in. Nice. Come back up, and you can tilt the head side to side, ear towards shoulder. And then come on back up, reaching up. Separate the hands a little bit away, separate the fingertips away from each other a little bit. And we're going to open up the elbows into our butterflies. So look up at the sky, open the elbows, close them together on an exhale, bringing them as close as you can to each other, and curl the spine in as you do that. And then open up again at the pace of a butterfly. Inhale up, exhale, close. Taking your time. And then as you open up into that butterfly, sweep the arms out into T. Yes, we've got nice awake energy in our arms, like muscle warmth, right? So now that we can reach out even further, we're going to sway side to side, like you're grabbing a hand on the right and then a hand on the left, feeling that echo through the spine, swaying motion. Feel free to have the head join this as if you're listening to really awesome, slow, fun music. Lovely. Come back to neutral. So from the swaying action, just slowly find your tall neutral spine, your center. Great. And then we'll bring the palms in towards the body, one on top of the other, right on top of left. Curl the fingers in towards each other and hold your own hand. Elbows out to the side. Pull away from the hands away from each other towards the elbows, and you'll notice that engagement across the shoulders. And now from here, let's take a gentle twist. So guide the sternum as you turn towards the right knee. Come back to center, turn towards the left. And back again, just seeing maybe more capacity each time. Inhaling through center, and now maybe bringing the gaze with you over the right shoulder and then over the left. And then try this with the left palm on top of right. And pull outwards gently and then twist. Feel maybe a few healthy little snap, crackle, pop in the spine sometimes. Releasing air. Okay, here we come back to center, prayer position at the heart. Press those palms together. Inhale, tall. Exhale. Let's take a lotus hand. So we'll take the fingertips towards the earth, then the back of the hands together. Inhale yourself outward into that cupping of the hands, and then bring that beautiful energy back to the heart, whatever energy you want to bring back. Back of the hands come together, and then we go into prayer. Magical, wonderful movement here, but then also getting into our wrists. Nice flexibility. Let's do that again. So energy receiving and sending out through this lotus shape. Coming back, the midpoint in our hour together. sending out wonderful wishes to everyone. And back again. Back to our prayer. Feel free to change the cross of the legs, just one more little movement we have here in the seated position. Just a little playful Batman. Just checking out my knee there. Okay, so we're going to do Batman. So bring the back of the hands together towards the body this time, the backs of the fingertips, and then come up with the elbows out. Take your thumb and index finger together, and let's all see each other through our butterfly glasses across the airwaves here. This is actually an exercise for the wrists and the fingers, and then come back to prayer. And then flip that fingertips towards the body, back of the hands, and then back up to our bat person. And then back again to prayer one more time. And this can be challenging if you have some carpal tunnel issues. And then back together, although repeating it is really good for those nerve channels. Excellent. Inhale and exhale. Now we're going to change to our wide forward bend, but first we're just going to take all fours with the edge of the mat out on either side. Wide forward bend. Curl the toes under, lift those knees off the mat, push away with the hands, and take the feet out wide. So we're feeling those, we're keeping the hands on the mat, or you can take a block as well if you want to lift the spine up a little taller. Find your footprints on the mat, so spread the toes. Even in this wide position, we can still use the same energy we do in mountain pose. Strong footprint as our foundation. And as you press the feet into the mat, notice that anchoring, notice that energy up the middle of the inside of the thighs. So we're getting stronger there. Tent the fingertips up and claw back towards the body and inhale into a flat back. So we're just noticing that shape, right? And draw the feet together. And then we'll take the right hand down either to a block or to the floor. Inhale the right arm, hand to the heart, elbow to the sky, and let's take a twist. Reaching up, can you feel that energy through each arm across the collarbone, widening, and then bring it back, right hand down. Inhale up, making the shift to either side with the breath. And trying to notice along our way, feeding oxygen into the side of the body that feels like it needs it. A little extra attention. Exhale down. Beautiful. Let's tent the fingers up again into our flat back. So feel the expanse. Feel the length through the crown of the head and then anchor through the feet. So we're got all of our landmarks noticed. Then take the hands right to the top of the thigh, so right and left. And staying in this flat back, keeping your core engaged, drawing the feet together. Take the fingertips towards the inner thighs. So you're drawing the skin of the thighs inward. And as you do that, you're inwardly rotating the legs, the top of the femur. So that helps your lower back. Inhale into a flat back. And from this hinge point of the hips, come on up. Notice the difference. As you support that skin of the thighs and encourage that inward rotation, we can free up the lower back. Great. And let's bring the feet in just a little bit in our wide mountain. Great. And just feel those expanse of the arms. So we're taking that star shape. Inhale out. Exhale, draw the energy through the hands, through the palms into the center. And inhale again out. Exhale in. One more time. And this time, as you draw the energy in, heel toe yourself into mountain. Knees follow the alignment of the toes. Bring it all into center. Beautiful. Inhale. We'll take the arms up and the right hand grabs the left wrist. Reach up long and then anchor through your right foot as you take the left foot behind the right. Bend the front knee and really anchor through your left this time and lean over to the right. A moon dancer pose here. We're going to take our gaze down towards the floor, balancing here. And then the gaze forward. Inhale, reach up. Sweep the arms down. And then the foot behind you. Inhale, arms up again. Left hand grabs right wrist. Sweep the right foot behind you. Bend the left knee and anchor through your right foot. And lean over to the right, left, feeling the right side body expand. Softly bring the gaze towards the floor. And then up again. Oh, yes. Come on back up. Sweep the arms down. And then the feet around. Find your mountain as your steady point to come back to. And then we'll take the feet out wide and turn the toes out. Make sure that your knees align with the toes. You never want to go further out in your turn out of the feet than your knees can follow, right? So let's inhale here. And as we come into our goddess squat, anchoring through the hips, we're going to come into a cactus pose and do a lion's breath. So inhale before we go down and exhale into lion, stick out the tongue and just, fierce sigh it out. Inhale, tall exhale, drop it into our goddess. Again, inhale up. Everyone together, exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale what you do not need. Just fiercely sigh it out. Stay here in our goddess. So we notice the feet pulling together and feel that energy up the quads, the glutes. Beautiful strengthening pose here. Great. And then back up. And from here, we'll take that wide star pose again. And this time we'll take our feet into parallel. This is part of our moon salutation sequence. So we're going to lean over onto the right side, maybe take the weight off the left and find a balance here. Really draw the energy up through those legs into the quads and lean as far as you want, reaching the expanse 2 inches beyond where you want to reach with those hands, right? So the energy is beyond you too, into those stars. And then come on back down. And other side, inhale the arms up and lean over onto the left. Find the balance. Draw the energy up, quads engaged, glutes engaged. Your anchor, and yet expand to the stars, right? Through your fingertips. Come on back down, anchor down. Proud warrior feet, right toes to the right. Find the arch of that back foot, align with the front heel. We're going to do our side angle as we did on Tuesday, and really draw through that quad on the right side. Inhale, take the hands to the hips, and then bring the pelvis down into the center between the 2 feet. Beautiful. You can grab a block. If you want to anchor through your block, you can do that, or bring the elbow to the right thigh. Inhale, tall, exhale, lean over. We can take it to our block, or we can just take it to the thigh. Find the feet together, magnetize them together. Check your knee alignment on that right side, and then lift the left arm next to left ear. Inhale, find the breath. One more breath here. And then sweep the left arm up. Anchor through that strong right leg. And come on up, straighten the right leg. Now we're going to come forward. And we're going to do a forward bend into the middle here. Hands down. Gentle twist here. One twist to the right. Inhale. Exhale down, one twist to the left. Anchor down. Hands on hips, hinge up. And we'll take this to the other side. So left toes out. If you need that block, you can place it on the other side. Hands to hips. Watch your alignment, drop the hips, and then check your left knee, tracking behind the middle two toes. Then find your lean over long first, and then the elbow finds the knee, or you can reach the block. Inhale, right arm above the head. Fingertips on the right. Connect with that back edge of the foot on the right. Inhale, exhale. Where's your base? Then we'll sweep up, keeping that knee bent. Engage that quad, straighten the leg. And then we'll come forward. Heel toe, one round in. Then we're going to turn the toes out again towards our goddess squat. Inhale, hands on hips. Exhale, guide the pelvis down and bend the knees into our squat. Keeping that foundation nice and strong, we're going to inhale the arms above the head, then into prayer, draw into the center, just drawing that line down the center. Quad strong, getting a nice workout here on our legs. Inhale up into prayer, draw it down to center. And then another inhale. Take the hands to the hips and make sure we draw it from the hips as we straighten the legs, hinging, and then heel toe in. As you heel toe in, just feel that rotation of your hips turning in as well, making sure it's coming from the hips. Great. So in true moon salutation spirit, we're going to do this to the other side. So we're just going to start on the other side. Inhale into our mountain. Exhale. Let's take a side bend starting on the other side this time. Take the right foot, or let's start with the left. So we're taking the left foot behind the right hand to left wrist, leaning over to the right. And then back up to center, sweep the arms down. And inhale, bring the arms up again. Left hand grabs right wrist. Long side bend to the left. And then back up again. Sweep back into mountain. Take the feet out wide. Left toes to the left. Find your center here. Exhale into our side bend. Lean over to the left. Sweep the right arm next to ear. This time, maybe see if you can bring the heart upward towards the sky. And then sweep the right arm up. Come into center, hinge at the hips, lean forward. Looks like someone's coming in or back in. Them into the class, thanks. Come on down. This time we'll take the right hand down first, turn to the left. Lengthen up, left arm towards the sky, and then exhale down. Left hand anchors, turn to the right. Changing directions. And then we'll take the hands to the hips and up again. Let's go along to the right side. Take the right toes to the side. Inhale, exhale, hips down. into our base for side angle. Find your foundation. Inhale the spine tall. Exhale, drape yourself over that right thigh. Find your base here with your hand, either elbow on wrist, elbow on thigh, or hand on the block. Left arm up to the sky. Reach long. This time, turn that heart towards the sky. Draw the shoulder on the left side away from the ear, keeping the gaze nice and soft. Sweep that left arm up and then come on up. Straighten the right leg and we'll go into that star, right? So let's bring those feet a little closer together. Bring the toes parallel towards the front of the mat. Great. And I believe we started on the right side last time. Let's start on the left. So inhale, take your weight into the left leg, anchor through those through the glutes and the quads. Keeping those hips forward, arms out to the side. Inhale, exhale, find that foot, really feel the footprint. And then come on down. Try the right side. Hands on hips, lean over first, onto the right side, let go of the left, and fly. Your inhale expands, the exhale finds the right foot. And come on down. Great. Good job, you guys. We're gonna find a practice here. You can have a choice of whether to do the star pose again, or if you want to try our half moon. I know we've covered this in other classes. So we're going to take our proud warrior stance. Feel free to take a block or have some anchoring point nearby if you want to come up into that balance. I like to hold on to the block or a chair nearby, but take your feet back into that prep for proud warrior. And then we're going to gaze at our right toes, bend the right knee, keeping those hips forward. Check in with your knee and make sure it's bending towards the middle two toes. And then keeping this anchor of our feet, we're going to bring the gaze forward, nice and steady on a still point. Now inhale, tiptoe with your left toes as you straighten the right leg, keeping the hips forward, right? So you can just steady here with your gaze. You don't have to let go over the left side, but if you want to try this half moon, you can do that too. Let go of the left foot, anchor through the right. And then open up the arms, wingspan. And just imagine that someone's supporting your left foot. And that helps the anchor, and then come back down. We'll just play with this and then come over to the left side. If you were to take full into our half moon, you can use that block on the floor. But again, we're just playing with it today. So take the left toes over, gaze down at the left toes, spread the toes, bend the left knee towards the middle two toes, and then bring your gaze forward. Still point in the distance, tiptoe your right toes towards the left, straighten the left leg. That same base we had, it's just a little bit angled with your foot. And then we're going to let go of the right side. And imagine someone just pressing into your right foot at the bottom for an anchor, and then reach the arms out long. Now play with this, see how long you can get through the spine and how close you can get to the floor. Gaze is very important here on that still point. Half moon. Take a hand to the hip, bend that left knee, reach over, back to your wide stance. Good job. Heel toe yourself into mountain. Come to the bottom of the mat. Inhale the arms above the head. Exhale, congratulate yourself. Bring that prayer position down through center with an exhale. Inhale the arms above the head. Sweep the wingspan out around the body. Draw that arc around the body and bend at the waist as we come down to the mat. Feel free to bend the knees or keep them straight as you hang the head down. Inhale into a flat back. And exhale. Now let's everyone bend the knees together. Bring the palms to the floor. Walk the hands out into a down dog. Reaching long shoulders, roll away from the ears. In this down dog, let's close the eyes so we can come, or if you feel like you want to take puppy or child's, go ahead. Come into that quiet place. Scan the body, just kind of feeling that energy again. Soft light. Soft energy. And then bend the knees, bring them down to the mat. And easily roll onto your back, find your way onto your back. And we'll make our figure 4 happen. Take the palms behind you, roll onto your back. Inhale the left knee towards the face and hug the knee. You can take the hands to the back of the thighs, protect the knee. Let's circle that ankle, one direction and then the other. And we'll take the left ankle, guide it towards the right thigh. And in this position, we don't have to rush into it. So we can just notice as we come into our figure 4, that our hips are squared, that we have the sacrum. We bring our awareness to the sacrum and press it gently into the mat. And notice that that sacrum is aligned with the back of the skull. Take your left hand to the left thigh, press into your thigh, and press the thigh into the hand. Inhale, exhale. Drop your energy into that left hip. So the femur bone fitting into that socket nice, and there's the oil can in there, keeping everything soft. And then engage through your core as you reach for the right thigh, back of the right thigh. Let's wake up that right foot, press it against an imaginary wall. And as you press into that wall, or if you can even press into something nearby you if you want, you can feel that engagement through the hips, right? A better sense of alignment as we keep that foot really engaged. Feel free to rock side to side here, bringing some motion into the left hip. You can press your hand on that right thigh. You can press into the hands and then press the hands into the thigh. And then straighten out your right leg. Now we can really see that 4 number, our right leg straight, hamstring stretch. If that's uncomfortable for you, you can just go back to the bent knee on the right side. Or just drop into the awareness of that right hip, the top of the femur tucking into that hip socket. As you drop that energy in, you'll see that awareness brings your hips into better alignment. Exhale that out. Bend the right knee. Anchor that foot on the floor. Unwind from here. Let's take the legs out long just so we bring an awareness of the changes we're making in the body here. Inhale. Notice the right side, notice the left side. Exhale. And then bend the knees. Bring the right knee towards the face. Hug the knee, hold the back of the thigh. We'll circle the ankle in one direction. And then the other. Nice. Now guide the right ankle towards the left thigh. Towards that figure 4 shape. Notice the difference in your sides. Find your sacrum, that shape on the mat, align with the back of the skull. Take the right hand to the right thigh, press into the thigh and the thigh into the hand. And then let go. Using those lower core to support that curl, reach your hands towards the left thigh. Hold on there. And then feel free to rock side to side or tiny, tiny circles. Coming back to stillness, we're going to press the back of left thigh into the hands and the hands into the thigh. And then let's see if we can straighten out that left leg to stretch the hamstring. Oh, I didn't bend. Let's see, bend the left knee again and press that left foot into an imaginary wall. There you go. Taking our time through the steps, giving the hips time to open, and then also the best entryways to align ourselves and then really get benefits of these poses. So let's lift that left foot towards the sky again. Dropping into that left hip. And then bend the left knee, bring that foot down. Unwind yourself, lengthen out on the floor, straighten the legs, and then bring the arms next to the ears. Luxuriate into the back body, that shadow side behind us. Shed some beautiful awareness there. And then exhale as you sweep the arms next to the body, bring the knees up towards the chest and just give a hug in on the front of the shins. Feel free to tuck the chin into the chest. Come back down to the mat, bring the knees together and the feet apart. Feel the ease on the lower back here. We're inwardly rotating the legs like we did when we were standing. Just bringing the knees together guides the legs into that inward rotation. And then let's take the thumbs to the elbow creases and we'll guide the arms up next to the ears, keeping that reach through our fingertips on the elbows, allowing us to lengthen through the side body as we gaze up. So just imagine you're gazing at the stars. Feel that softness of the night sky. Draw that softness and soft light into the body through your inhale and your exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. Follow your breath as you take the right knee towards the left ankle. Draw the energy along the shin and then back up. Now bring it to the other side. Left knee draws toward right foot and back up again. Feeling as you reach through the arms, you're lengthening each side as the knees draw down. Along the sides of the thighs, along the sides of the hips. Now see if you can take your elbows side to side. So the left elbow out to the left, away from the opposite direction of the leg. So if the right thigh is going down or reaching long towards the right, your body will find the directions. It's almost easier to do if you don't think. Great. Continue that windshield wiper with the legs, and now bring the forearms above the eyes, above the face, and take that same path with the elbows side to side. Now bring your neck into this stretch, taking the head side to side, away from your elbows. Mm-hmm. Noticing which side has more ease than the other. And then your eyes follow your elbows. Oh, so nice. And then slow this down. Knees come together, feet wide apart, hands to the heart. Feel the warmth of your hands on your sternum, on the heart. Feel the rise and fall of the breath in the body. Straighten out your right leg and then the left. Right arm drapes next to the body, palm up. Left arm, palm up. Draw yourself back to the breath. Noticing if you've given more energy to a side that gets a little bit left in the shadow. What are the sensations there? The moon is such a comforting light. It's easy to gaze at. It's not too bright. And the moon changes so much. It's a great inspiration for weathering change, for accepting change, softly guiding change to happen in our bodies, around us, our mind, our spirit. Visualize the moon. All the facets of the moon. Breathe into the left side of the body. Exhale out of the left side of the body. Breathe into the right side of the body. Exhale out from the right side. Breathe into the center. Exhale out from the center. Inhale into the center and the whole body. And exhale out. Roll over onto your right side, wiggle the fingers and the toes, and bend the knees and the elbows. Inhale yourself up to a seated position. Find your way to prayer position, thumbs at the heart, bowing down to our practice. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice today. Namaste.